would like to invite you to watch the English Chinese news on the Central Television Channel Đồng Nai Province. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has just signed official dispatch number 26 requesting ministries, branches and localities to actually review and report on investment projects with difficulties, obstacles and long-term backlogs on the national public investment system.
The dispatch clearly states after April 10th, 2025, the database system will not receive any more information. Ministers, heads of ministerial level agencies, government agencies, and chairmen of people's committees of provinces and centrally run cities who do not direct the updating of additional projects will be considered to have no more projects with problems or difficulties that need to be reported to competent authorities for resolution and will be responsible to the government, the Prime Minister and the law for not reporting and proposing fully as required by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister assigned Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Hòa Bình to direct ministries, agencies and localities to perform assigned tasks, handle and resolve arising issues within their authority, and report to the Prime Minister on issues beyond their authority.
The Ministry of Finance is seeking comments on amending the shortcomings of the personal income tax law to replace the current personal income tax law.
Specifically, the current family deduction level applied to taxpayers of 11 million Việt Nam đồng per month and 4.4 million Việt Nam đồng per month for dependents is no longer appropriate, because this level has been applied since 2020, while the price of goods has increased, leading to an increase in the cost of living. This deduction level has become somewhat outdated. According to current regulations, the family deduction level can only be changed when the consumer price index (CPI) fluctuates up or down by 20%. However, it may take many years for the CPI to increase by 20%. While the price of goods increases every year, the family deduction level does not change, causing disadvantages for millions of current wage earners. Therefore, many opinions suggest that the government should announce and adjust the family deduction level annually or every 2 years.
Chairman of Đồng Nai Provincial People's Committee Võ Tấn Đức requested the departments, branches, sectors and localities in the province to direct, orient, provide information and documents related to propaganda and dissemination of online public services within the scope of management of the unit.
Along with that, units and localities must take the lead in implementing the tasks in this plan and be responsible to the chairman of the Provincial People's Committee for the implementation results at their local agencies and units. Every year, the organization evaluates the implementation results of this plan at the unit and sends it to the Department of Science and Technology for synthesis and monitoring no later than December 5th every year. In addition, it is necessary to prioritize the allocation of funds from the state budget to implement tasks and solutions within the scope of the plan and activities to direct and implement the plan, mobilizing financial resources from society and other funding sources.
Vice Chairman of Đồng Nai Provincial People's Committee Hồ Văn Hà signed a document assigning the target of completing social housing in 2025 to localities, departments and branches.
Accordingly, the Provincial People's Committee assigned the Department of Finance to preside over and advise the Provincial People's Committee to complete procedures for selecting investors for 7 projects that have been approved for investment policies, but have not yet selected investors. The Department of Construction completed procedures for design appraisal and construction permits for 11 social housing projects that have had investment policies. The Department of Agriculture and Environment completed procedures for land allocation for 11 projects that have had investment policies. For the People's Committees of Districts and Cities, the Provincial People's Committee assigned that this year they must start construction of more than 9,800 social housing units, of which at least more than 3,000 units will be completed. Specifically, Binhua City started and completed more than 1,700 units. Long Khan City started and completed 426 units.
Farmers in Long Thanh District of Nam Province are urgently harvesting cassava in the 2024 main crop, in terms of planting in the 2025 crop.
According to the Farmers Association, for 7 consecutive years, cassava mosaic disease has appeared and spread continuously, reducing productivity and income. At the beginning of the 2024 cassava crop, the District Agricultural Service Center coordinated with communes to deploy the new cassava variety HN1 for farmers to grow, along with applying integrated pest management measures. The results show that the new variety is very effective in resisting mosaic disease and giving high yields. It must be said that the HN1 cassava variety shows that the plant grows very strongly, resistant to a number of diseases such as red spider mites, cassava leaf blight, especially mosaic disease. Only about 30% of the area planted with all cassava varieties was slightly affected with mosaic disease, yielding from 20 to 28 tons per hectare, while the remaining area planted with HN1 cassava variety grew healthily, yielding from 30 to 35 tons per hectare. However, the trial of farmers was not complete because the price of fresh cassava decreased by more than half compared to the previous crop. 1 hectare of cassava with an average temperature of 25 degrees will yield 25, 26 to 27 million Vietnam dong depending on the situation. If the land is someone else, there will be a profit. But if we rent land to grow, there will be a loss, not a profit. District Agricultural Service Center will continue to coordinate with the farmer associations of communes, mobilizing farmers to plant HN1 cassava varieties to replace the old cassava varieties previously infected with mosaic disease, to eliminate the disease and prevent it from spreading.
Thong Mỹ ITO Dong Nai Hospital has successfully performed a laparoscopic adrenalectomy for a 60-year-old female patient from the province.
The patient has uncontrolled hypertension and hyperkalemia, which makes surgery difficult. Previously, the patient had a history of prolonged hypertension and was found to have an adrenal turmoil, but surgery was not required because the turmoil was small. It makes blood pressure increase by 16 to 18. I took medicine in the morning, but in the afternoon it went up again. The doctor tried the medicine, but it didn't go down. The tumor causes high blood pressure. It will be difficult to control over time if not treated, and the patient also has electrolyte disorders. In the past, this tumor was surgically removed to open, but now it can be surgically removed laparoscopically. After adjusting blood pressure and blood potassium to acceptable levels and improving general condition, the patient was indicated for laparoscopic surgery to remove the adrenal turmoil. According to a list of special surgeries, laparoscopic surgery is centered postoperatively. The most fitting about adrenal tumor surgery is a spike of blood pressure that can cause myocardial infarction, stroke. However, knowing the situation will help prepare good medicine.